Insubordination. If somebody has a conversation with you and they ask you, hey, I would like to do this thing. And you say, that's not going to make sense for us at this time in our organization. And they proceed to do it anyway. That is a reason to fire somebody. I don't have to have multiple times where somebody directly goes against something that I say to get rid of them. Very specific example. Recently, I had a team member who asked me if they could throw a company party while 80% of our team was at an event. And at first, I was like, oh yeah, maybe, the team's at an event and maybe the other team feels bad that they're not there. Maybe I should make that happen. And I was like, wait a second, hold the phone. The 80% of the team that is at this event, they are working. This is not an event where everyone's just high-fiving each other, learning a lot, taking down notes. Like, every person at this event is waking up at 5 o'clock, maybe even 4:30 in the morning. They are joining a team meeting. They are on their feet all day. They're interacting with customers and clients. They're doing things that are far outside the traditional professional services type roles that they were hired for. What message would it send to our team members that, oh, we're just going to have the other team members at home who, quite frankly, aren't working as hard as the people who are at the event, and they get to go celebrate with a lunch? So I, in email, denied the request. It's like, this doesn't make sense. Just the previous week before, we had a party for some holiday. It's like, nope, we're not going to do this, with not a lot of additional context, because not a lot of additional context was required. Come to find out, a week after the event, that not only did this team member still schedule a lunch, the team member called it the cool kids lunch, which is kind of isolating to the other team members. Like, why are the other team members not cool just because they're working and at an event? That's very divisive. And the other component of this was after everybody had after everybody had ordered their food, the particular team member said that Natalie, in quotes, Natalie did not approve this expense. So therefore, individual team members, even though you thought this was a Cardone Ventures event, you have to pay for your individual meals because Natalie did not approve this expense. It is insubordination at every single level. Person was terminated immediately. As soon as you have documentation and somebody says this is exactly what happened, you obviously have to verify and confirm. But any time in your business where you say, hey, this is what's happening, and somebody else very clearly takes another direction, as long as there's no confusion. So this is why I say, I said these things in email. It wasn't a conversation. It wasn't, me communicating in some difficult way for somebody to understand. It's clearly written out in black and white. Do this, but this wasn't completed. Instead, that was done. In that situation, we're terminating that person immediately. No performance improvement plan needs to take place. Because, again, it's a confidence issue. If I think every single time I tell this person to do something that they are going to go do something else, it's going to cause me to question, hey, is this the right person? Every day when I wake up, the last thing I want to be thinking with is, man, is my team actually going to do the things that I've told them to do or that I've asked them to do? If you're asking that question, it's not likely that you're talking or thinking or having bigger conversations for how you move your business forward, how you scale and grow, how you take advantage of new opportunities that have come about in the marketplace. So insubordination at any level, even though this lunch thing might seem silly, I went back and forth on this one too. And I let you in on the thought process behind these things because even though I can explain it in a way that seems very black and white, in the moment, it's still difficult because that person is fulfilling a role inside of our business. And that role isn't just like a nice to have role. Every role that we have, just like in your business, is a need to have role. So when I have to make a decision to remove somebody from their role, it's painful for the organization. It's a difficult thing for us to navigate. But I do it anyway, despite feeling conflicted about it, because when I think about the type of business I want to build, I don't want to build a business that has people who do something different from what I say. That's not the type of leadership that we believe in around here.